Okay, guys. Now I want to talk specifically about our key issue with which was how do I become more assertive? All right. So let's apply what we just learned about changing limiting beliefs to becoming more assertive. So if we're dealing with someone who wants to, if you realize that part of your problem is being more assertive as a salesperson, let's talk about that. So if what I would do if I had the person here in front of me, I would start by asking, all right, so why, what do you, when you say you're not assertive enough, what do you mean by that? Well, yeah, when I'm with homeowners, I you, I don't I don't like to tell them the truth, basically, right? You're not clear with your answers. You probably kind of you know rather than say yes or no, you're afraid of losing the sale, so you kind of give them a paragraph or two and hope that the confusion leads them to be kind of distracted from an answer that you think they might not like, right? Because you're afraid they're not going to like you. You're afraid they're not going to buy from you. So let's kind of talk about at the end of the day, what's your goal from this job? I mean, do you want it to be a long-term job, or are you hoping to just be here 3 months? Well, I want it to be a long-term job. Okay. And, do you want this to be, are you wanting this to be a job where you're knocking doors every day? Like every day you've got to knock to get 5 referrals? Or do you want to kind of live off of, referrals, right? Do you want to knock every contract has to come from knocking doors, someone brand new, sign them up? Or do you want the phone ringing with referrals? Well, obviously I want the phone ringing with referrals. So really you want a life where the phone rings, you go out, you sign them up, move them through the process, right? Yeah. So how much, if that was your day, five calls, 5 contracts, you're done closing, you're done with sales for the week. How much time would that give you over having to knock doors? I don't know. I mean, so if you have to knock doors to get a contract, how much time do you have to put in? Well, probably like 2 or 3 hours. Okay. And if you get a referral, how much time? Well, I drive out there, sign them up, so it's probably an hour, right? Okay. So if you have to knock doors to get these contracts, that's going to be 15 hours a week to go out and get those contracts versus 5 hours a week, right? Yeah. So not getting referrals costs you 10 hours a week. Is that fair to say? And I think this is legit. I think this makes sense. These numbers probably work out for experienced account managers. So by getting referrals, you're getting 10 hours a week into your day, right? Yeah. So when you say that you're not assertive, does that mean that you're being a little more confusing to the homeowner? Probably. Does that mean you're being confusing to them about what they're buying? Yes. So, I mean, the example that comes to my mind, the question that they would ask is, do I have to pay my deductible? Right? So when someone asks, do I have to pay my deductible, you get fear in your head, right? I'm going to lose this contract. They're not going to buy from me. They're going to want to go with someone who will waive their deductible. Fair? And so you're giving them a long-winded, confusing answer, hoping that they'll buy from you, right? Well, what happens when you have a bad contract, right? What happens when you have a bad relationship with that homeowner? Well, I spend a lot more time trying to get collections. It takes a lot more time to do the color confirmation. It takes a lot more time to get the loss sheet. Once you lose trust with the homeowner, every step along the way gets worse, right? A well-run file from, once you got a contract signed, a well-run file should take up about 3 or 4 hours of your time total, right? Go out, do an adjuster meeting, do a color confirmation, pick out colors, put it on, be done with it, right? That's the way it should run. A bad file can take up 10 to 20 hours of your life, right? Like homeowners upset, they feel like they've been misled, they're angry at every step of the way. You're going out there trying to keep them happy, right? I mean, trying to keep from losing the file. Guys, I would I would rather pass on something that's going to be a bad fit, right? If they're not a fit for us, go get someone who is. Spend 3 to 4 hours to collect that check rather than forcing a bad fit and spending 10 or 15 hours. Like, if you've not managed a bad file yet, trust me, like, you're going to, and you're going to, at the end of that file, think, God, if I could only avoid files like this, I would do it every time, because it's not worth my time. In the time that I spent managing a bad file, I could have done 2 or 3 good files. So let's sign up good files. Let's qualify our people properly. Like, we're gonna charge people the deductible. That's who we are. We're not the low cost provider. We're not chucking a truck. We take pride in doing good work and putting it on. So I don't want bad files, right? So it's better for me to be crystal clear up front. Can you waive my deductible? No, I can't waive your deductible. But here's what I can do. I can help find other items that maybe you don't need paid for, your gutters, downspouts, siding, things like that you don't even notice, that we can put that money towards your deductible. The other thing is, we pay a referral fee for every referral that we get. So if you refer 10 or 15 people, we can probably get that deductible completely erased. That's how we can get rid of your deductible. The other thing is, guys, the other reason that people are not assertive, why are you not assertive? Well, because I'm afraid if I tell them the truth, they're not going to buy from me. So you're saying you're afraid that by telling you the truth, people aren't going to buy from you. Well, let me ask you this. Do you want to buy from someone you don't believe? No, you don't, right? If I don't trust you, I don't want to buy from you. Do you want to buy a product if you don't understand what you're buying? No. So you're being you're creating a more confusing answer, right? It's a simple question, yes or no, right? And you're turning it into a confusing answer. But you wouldn't buy from someone who's confusing. You wouldn't buy from someone you don't trust, and yet you're intentionally being confusing and untrustworthy in order to get the sale. Does that make sense? No, it really doesn't, right? So basically, because you are afraid that you're going to lose the sale, you're causing yourself to lose the sale. Does that make sense? So by being more direct, by being more assertive, you're going to get more sales. You're going to have better relationships. You're going to have people that fit with you, right? You're going to have people that are a better fit. So by not being afraid of losing the sale, by qualifying people, by working with people that want to work with me, over the long run, I'm going to have relationships that lead to more referrals. I'm going to have relationships that close more. I'm going to close more sales, right? Because people trust me. They understand what they're buying. They're going to feel more comfortable signing my contract because I'm upfront. I'm honest. I'm the type of people that people want to deal with. I'm not afraid to tell you yes or no. I'm not dancing around the answer. Like, if the answer is something that you want to hear, I tell you. I put it on the table. I get it done, and you say, yeah, I can agree to that, or no, you can't. No is my second favorite answer in the entire world, right? Because I can move on to someone else. I can go make money. Maybe. I hate maybes. I hate maybes. Maybes are the worst. Maybes mean I'm sitting here talking to you, and you may or may not buy from me. Yes, done, signed. Good. No, I'm out of your hair. On to the next one. Maybe. God, I'm going to cuss. I want to cuss. I hate maybes, right? So being assertive means I get a yes. It means I get a no. It means I can move on and make money. Being unclear, there's a lot of cost in it, right? Bad files, losing referrals. It's not creating the life that you want to live. It's not making you the type of salesperson that you want to be. So, see what we did there. We've got to identify the cost. We've got to make it painful to continue to have this limiting belief, right? The limiting belief is, I believe that I believe that if I tell the truth, I'm going to lose the sale. No, if you tell the truth, you're more likely to get the sale, and you're more likely to have someone who's going to give you referrals and be a great customer, and that's what you want in life. So that's how we apply it to the assertiveness.